97.9, 105.5 KISS FM. It's Big Poppa in the morning on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. They called him the total package, Lex Luger. Lex, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Big Poppa. Thanks for having me on your show.
Well, thanks for getting up early. Where am I catching you today? I
am in ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. At the command center, I call it, my condo.
Very cool. Very cool. You got a new book out. Now, I'm going to be upfront and honest. Huge wrestling dork from way back in the day. It's like my guilty pleasure. Was that you as well, or was something wrestling you just kind of fell into?
I really, I tell my story, kind of fell into it. I didn't follow it growing up, but so many people thought I'd be a great pro wrestler when I was playing football at the time that I kind of walked into it, and before I knew it in the offseason, I was had embarked on a pro wrestling career. It was just a 15-year wonderful journey. It was absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, the new book is out now. It's called Wrestling with the Devil, and you can get it right now. And for details, you can go to LexLugerBook.com. It's one of those things where you were one of the, if not the hottest name for, I don't know, probably about 10 years in professional wrestling. But there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people didn't know about.
Yeah, I shared that. I mean, I go over the wonderful parts of my career behind the scenes in wrestling, but also talk about a lot of the things in my private life behind the scenes that people didn't know about that were happening. Some of the good things, also some of the challenges and some of the moments I had, some of the failings I had in my life earlier on. So it's just a very honest portrayal and memoir, as they call it, so to speak.
Absolutely. Lex Luger on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. You can follow him on Twitter at Genuine Lex Luger. You're from upstate New York, aren't you?
I'm from Western New York. I'm a Buffalo boy.
Buffalo boy. Well, we're Syracuse, Utica up in here, so.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Love that, man.
Absolutely. Now, rumor. Now, here's the thing. Here's how perceptions, reality, and how people. The take on you for the longest time was that you were difficult to deal with backstage during your wrestling career. Do you think there was merit to that looking back?
Oh, definitely. I would say I was a very confident individual and had a way I thought things should be done, but I never was confrontational as far as, which we've got to go into in the book as well. I never refused to do anything. But, yeah, I definitely had my own thoughts on things for sure. Put it nicely.
That's fair. When it seemed like you, whether it was on screen, do you still talk with Sting on the regular? Is he still one? Because he wrote the foreword to your book, right? Are you two still pretty tight?
He did. We have been, still are, and always will be. Hopefully, just the best of friends. He's a wonderful guy. Yeah, we stay in close touch.
I gotta ask. And again, we're talking to Lex Luger on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. With going through, being in the business when you did, going into the quote unquote attitude era where things kind of changed and they went a lot more edgy. And, it seems like a lot of the guys from your era, have, bad things have happened. I guess that's the best way I can kind of put it.
So diplomatic there.
Well, I mean, how else am I supposed to say it, Lex? I mean, there was a lot, there's a lot of drugs and, and heart attacks and, and bad things happening. I mean, it's got to be tough to kind of, all of a sudden, you get that text or you get that phone call. Oh, so-and-so that you worked with a few years ago. Yeah, that happened. It's got to be rough with to kind of have that happen on so many different levels.
Yeah, I might talk about that. I've lost a lot of my good friends prematurely, and it's like sports, entertainment, I mean, the music industry. I came from a generation, thankfully it's much better now. There's wellness programs and things in the WFG in place, but in my day, we had this life on the road, traveling 300 days, and it was, man, a bunch of guys with not much accountability, like work hard, play hard, And there's the old saying, universal principle, we reap what we sow. So unfortunately, a lot of us had health problems and stuff later on as a result of that, for sure. And some of the lifestyle choices that we made weren't the best for us. Yeah, you are definitely correct in that assessment, without a doubt.
Was there someone who died prematurely that really just like came out of left field on you and just really hit home?
Oh, yeah, many, but obviously personally, which I discussed in the book, Miss Elizabeth, who was the first lady in wrestling, she died in my arms of a drug overdose. So, yeah, I know firsthand the results of some of the lifestyle choices we can make. And so, yeah, that was very personal for me, for sure.
It seems like you've really it seems like you've really got a hold of things now. And to your credit, because, most people who lived the lifestyle that you've lived for as many years as you have, it's got to be tough to right the ship.
I can't take much credit for it, but we can either look at those things as a burden or a bridge, or some of my mentors, wonderful mentors, God's put in my life now. We can get better or we can get better. And I've got so many wonderful people that God's put in my life now. God's got me in a totally different place. And I can't take a lot of the credit. It's been really like a supernatural. It has been just a supernatural transformation to me. And God has me just a wonderful place in my life now.
Talking to the Total Package, Lex Luger on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. The new book, Wrestling with the Devil, is out now. Visit LexLugerBook.com. Of course, you can follow him on Twitter at Genuine Lex Luger as well. Is it true that you're paralyzed at this point?
Partially. I've made I also supernaturally try to go into a little bit in the book, making an incredible recovery. I was supposed to have a 0 to 5% chance of any movement from the neck down, just from a spinal cord injury I suffered almost 5 years ago. But I've been making an incredible recovery. So I'm not 100%, but that's coming along really well. So I'm very thankful for that as well, and thank you for asking.
Well, here's the thing. The reason I ask, it's one of those things like how do you ask if the dude can move from the neck down? But I don't think a lot of people seriously. I mean, come on.
No doubt, yeah. Thankfully, I am.
Dude, put yourself in my shoes on this one. Come on now.
Yeah.
So,
you handled it very delicately.
I appreciate that. For people who don't know, what happened?
Just a cumulative effect of all my football and wrestling injuries in my cervical area. I was on an airplane flight with my head turned, and because of bone spurs, normal stuff from a career like mine, obviously. Never had a desk job. And I actually closed off the blood flow to my central spinal cord and woke up the next morning in my hotel room with massive swelling on my spinal cord. I was paralyzed from neck down.
Oh, wow.
Quite surprised, yeah.
Wow. And you've been able to kind of work through things, and little by little you've been able to move things and get better, which is fantastic.
Yeah, against all odds, it's been a really incredible recovery, which I'm very thankful for.
Lex, I realize you're short on time, and I appreciate the time this morning. Before you go, this is the quick six. It's 6 questions, 60 seconds. Let's everyone get to know a little bit more about you, all right?
Okay.
All right, here we go. 2 shows on your DVR right now.
Oh, wow. 2 shows. I love NCIS, and I'm just a sports and news junkie.
Favorite toy as a child?
Oh, wow, man. I had a little plastic sailboat.
Nice. You're on the road. What are your go-to snacks?
I'm on the road. Go-to snacks?
Yep.
Oh, man, I'm like a burger and fries guy.
That's what's up. You're at the bar. What's your drink of choice?
Man, I'm like an energy drink guy.
That's what's up. Favorite body part of the opposite sex?
I'll just say, as my nickname says, I'm for the total package.
And finally, what's your favorite toy as an adult?
Oh, man, probably, like most guys, probably my cars.
That's what's up.
I've always been an automobile fanatic.
Wrestling with the Devil is out now. LexLugerBook.com. Follow him on Twitter at Genuine Lex Luger. Lex Luger, this whole package on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Thank you so much for the time. I'd love to do this again, and congratulations with everything. And continued success, continue working forward, my friend.
Hey, thank you. Great interview. A lot of fun. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much. Lex Luger, everybody. We're going to break, come back. Big Poppa in the morning. Kiss FM.